the world as you know it has been collapsing either with the economy or physically with sinkholes opening and um, nasty little tar pits kind of opening up in random areas. Some of you would know them as hypoxia pools, others would just know them as the tar pits. Kind of just depends on what region of the world you're from. The wild game is now all over the world, is now completely illegal to gain on your own accord. You have to have not only a hunting license, you have to have permission from your local kingdom, and wild game is very heavily monitored to make sure that you are not going out on your own and hunting. Just because with the way that the world has started to die, food has been more sparse. Things are not in the best condition in terms of meat. Anybody trying to go off on their own to essentially harvest their own meat will be very heavily punished. Sometimes, depending on the kingdom, by death. Others, there's a lighter sentence. Some of you from smaller villages would know that the hypoxia pools are not to be trifled with. You can very easily be overwhelmed by the fumes that come out of these things. You can very easily be sucked into one. Some people have just been turned into undead creatures. No one knows where they came from. No one knows why they exist now. Everybody just knows that they are very dangerous. And if you're lucky enough to leave one, you don't get to leave it for long. It's been recorded that, the rare person that does get to leave a hypoxia pool ends up collapsing about halfway to wherever they're going and essentially creates another hypoxia pool with their own dead body. There have been protections made against hypoxia pools that work a little better than others, most of which has been developed from meteorite that fell to the earth 30 years prior to the current world. There are charms and amulets and sometimes even entire suits of armor. And somehow, some way, the hypoxia pools don't like this meteorite. And nobody's really sure why. Alchemists, scientists, wizards, nobody can really figure out why. People just know that if you have to make it through an area littered with hypoxia pools, have something with meteorite on your person. This, however, has created a very dangerous market. There's entire crime rings centered around finding meteorite. People have died just trying to retrieve the stuff. Entire families have been broken apart by it. It's not a very fun ore, so to speak. Some people, no one's really sure why, but over the last 30 years, there have been very small groups of people that just disappear. And they'll turn up in random areas. They will not remember how they got there. They won't know if they walked there, if they were dropped there. They're not sure. They don't remember anything. They'll sometimes find themselves around the city of Interon. And no one really knows why. It's only ever Interon. Sometimes it's around an old destroyed city called Farage. A very forgotten city. Nobody ever really goes there anymore. But it's only ever that area of the world that these people turn up in. We open up to birds chirping, some little butterflies flying around, in an open field, just outside of a forest, and you all wake up surrounded by people that you don't know. You have no idea where you are. You are surrounded by a satyr, a questionable black blob, a furbolg, and a normal-looking person. We will start with you, Lev, since you're at the top of the list.
Oh, yay.
Introduce yourself.
Okay. So, this petite little satyr guy is, called Aristides. He just kind of looks like a bog standard farm boy, honestly. Oh, except that his face is covered. His mouth is covered by like a little like bandana or something. And he is just kind of standing there, looks very confused, little bit like shaking a little bit, like a cat that was just forced to have a bath. It just looks very very frightened because like he just woke up there, and he doesn't know all these people. And who are all these people? He misses his mama.
Oh no, not the mama.
Yes, the mama.
Why is it so small?
just a pathetic, a little pathetic wet cat looking ass satyr.
All right, Shane, you're next on the list.
All right. So the Furbolg sits up. He just kind of looks around in confusion. He is pretty massive. He is just over 7 feet as he kind of looks around, and he has this big crown of antlers that probably pushes his height up even more. He is covered in animal skins and furs that he's kind of made into his own clothes. He's got this big ass halberd that he uses to help himself stand up. That is made out of wood and bone. He doesn't look really sad or anything, or he just looks confused at how he's ended up in the situation he's in. As he kind of looks around at the others. His name is Hrothgar. And yeah.
Piggy, you're up next.
I guess that means that's me. So, this humanoid person, kind of pushes herself to her feet. Has like this very surprisingly, like, confused but surprisingly like calm, collected expression. She has like paler skin and short cut purple hair. Her eyes don't really appear to have irises. White and have like a faint glow to them. Her clothes kind of loose fitting. She wears sort of like a scarf neck wrap thing that's kind of big and sits on her shoulders more than like her neck. And she wears lots of blues, like darker blues, and like with like gold embedded in them, like very loose fitting clothing. She kind of looks to everyone else around her. It's only the four of them, right?
Yes.
Okay. And kind of seems confounded. That is Minari.
Nari. Alright. You're up next, Igor.
Okay. This little goo guy wakes up and stares at the sky before having a hard time getting up because they have little stubby legs and arms, before having some arms growing out of the ground and helping them literally get up. They're completely pitch black, with the only clashing color on their body being their bright white eyes, without any emotion in them whatsoever. They have a little book that appeared with them that they try their best to kind of carry on their back, because this little guy is basically smaller than any of the other people's knee height in the party. They're very small. And they kind of just look around, staring.
I just want you to know that I love him already.
I love him.
This little dude his name is 3G. And he makes little noises every time he walks. It's kind of like little slimy noises. Don't really know what he is. He's just kind of there, but he's in on it. That's him.
Just a little creature. Just a little guy.
He's just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
Well, as you all look at each other, look around, you, in the very far distance, several days walk away, at the very least, some of you can definitely tell, you do see the silhouette of a fairly large city. You have no idea what the city is. There's the general kind of wooded areas behind you, and a probably about 30 feet away, a road, but not like a traditional road. It's just like the two tracks of like a cart or something that has gone through many times. And with a group of strangers surrounding you all, and nothing but the wild blue yonder. What are we deciding to do?
Screaming.
like literally.
like just going, ah!
Okay.
And doing that goat thing
No,
that
that's
happens.
exactly what I thought. That's exactly what I thought.
just fucking screaming and then doing that goat thing where he falls over like all stiff and dead looking.
Okay, so screaming goat.
Yep.
I think Hrothgar would just kind
Sorry.
of look around and be like, who are you guys?
I am Minari. Do you have any idea where we are? And she's gonna kind of look at I'm sorry, what was your character's name again, Lev?
Aristides.
Yeah, she's just gonna look at Aristides and be like, calm down, like, we'll be okay. Like she kind of like gestures to him, like a calm, chill out.
He's just lying there with like his legs all stiff.
Like a fainting goat.
Yeah.
Oh God.
How did we get here? Where is
I think
here?
that's what we're all wondering.
Huh.
Are we
Why is-
aware? Do any of us have any sort of awareness that people kind of just disappear and show back up?
Yes.
Okay, that's.
Or at the very
good.
least, you have heard rumors of it. You've never actually seen people like disappear and reappear somewhere else.
Okay.
Personally, but you've definitely heard like stories from multiple people from like other villages.
Okay.
Why is that pile
Um,
of goo all dressed up?
Okay.
Shush.
Oh my
Unfortunately, I don't think that is the biggest of problems right now. Okay. So she's going to kind of take a moment and try and like kind of like absorb their surroundings, try to figure out like northeast. And which way is the city? You said it's a couple days in.
I'd say compared to where you guys are, well, let me think about this. Probably to the like on a cardinal scale, to the east. But from where you all woke up, it's straight ahead.
Okay. And as far as we can tell, there is nothing. Right? We're like in the middle.
You're
of
just
nowhere.
you're just in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. Okay. I think our best bet would be to find something other than this, and she just kind of vaguely gestures around. Although I'm sure you would be more and kind of gestures at Hrothgar.
Or your mic was kind of cutting out.
Was it? Crap.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. What did you hear?
I know you gestured at Hrothgar, but I didn't really fully get what you said before that.
She mentioned that like he might be more comfortable out here because he looks like an outdoorsy
yes.
kind of guy.
Wow. So that's a little bit racist, don't you think?
Yeah, I was gonna say we're racially profiling.
Ooh. Well,
Racially profiling the furball.
You're not wrong, but you do realize I do live in a house.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Starting off on the right foot, I see.
But where is that house is the question, compared to us.
I would not know. Okay. So I feel does anybody recognize this city that's off in the distance?
You can all roll me a perception perception check, and we'll go from there.
Oh, don't
Okay.
worry. Hrothgar's got this.
Perception.
He's got a
That
perception
I
is
don't know
plus
why.
0.
I don't. Okay, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I said perception. I meant history.
Oh, don't
Okay,
worry.
I will re-roll then.
Don't worry.
I rolled way
Hrothgar-
better that time, so that's okay with me. 18.
That is a 19 from
Don't worry.
3G.
Hrothgar's got this.
17.
That's a 9.
We all
Yeah,
know.
he definitely had that. He definitely
We're all
had that.
thinking.
You're all thinking with your big brains.
Yeah.
Okay, so anybody who got higher than a 15, it's a little too far to really get a confirmation, but you have a general idea in your head that this very well could be the city of Interon.
Oh, I'm so far from home. My mom's gonna kill me.
Oh my god. Baby, no.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
Oh my god.
You'll be
I'm already
okay.
baffled.
I will. We will get you back to your mother.
Okay.
Do any of us know anything about Interon?
You know that Interon is a fairly young city. It's only been around for roughly 30 years. It started as a city for refugees, from the people that were displaced by the destruction of the city of Forage. And you also know that there is an incredibly large market in the city of Interon. Basically, if you're any merchant worth his salt, you are doing at least some of your trading in Interon. There's also rumors of mutated in magical of 18 or 18.
Oh, I'm stupid. Don't worry about it.
Oh, he's
I don't know
either
what you're talking about.
18 and a half or 18 and 3/4. We're not
I don't know
really
what
sure.
you're talking about. Look again. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. I fucking goddamn it, I love. Forgot
Yep.
what I was saying.
Yeah, you shouldn't have made fun of me. Yeah, should have just kept
Shut
talking.
Yeah, there's a couple of you, people like Hrothgar who kind of live in an isolated village probably wouldn't hear about this, but some of you that probably have been around, at least a city, pretty regularly, would hear rumors of like mutated magic rats. No one is sure if they exist. No one is sure why they exist, if they do exist. It's just kind of been a persistent rumor.
The rats. They persevere.
Going to kind of gesture towards Interon and I say gesture a lot apparently. I believe that, to be off in the distance, I believe that's Interon. Are any of you from Interon?
No.
No,
Anywhere near Interon?
I've never heard of
Yeah.
that place.
Did you say something, 3G?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know
just
slime
fine,
could
okay.
talk.
I didn't either. Okay. So I think... Oh, she's gonna kind of rub her temples. I think our best bet is beginning to head for Inaron. Because I have a bad feeling about staying here. I don't think this is the place to be. You are free to do whatever you choose. I am going to go to Inaron.
Well, they might have directions to my home if I go there.
I mean, it kind of seems like you guys know what you're doing. So, I'm gonna tag along, if that's okay.
I'm gonna look at 3G and kind of... You coming? I'll take
And
that
he's
as
going
a
to
yes.
and he's going to tag along.
Okay.
So,
She is-
anyways, my name's Hrothgar.
I'm still Minari.
I'm still Minari.
He's gonna look for the screaming goat. How about yourself?
I'm Ari.
Ari?
I mean, technically it's Aristides, but everybody says that's a mouthful, so everybody just calls me Ari.
Okay. And I'm gonna look at the little globby guy.
He's going to put his 2 stubby hands up and 1 foot to emphasize the number 3, and then he's going to form his body into a G.
I love him so much.
What are you? I've never seen anything like you before.
So his name is GGG.
Juice?
Juice.
Juice?
Juice.
Juice.
He's gonna take the book off his back and kind of like use his hand to plaster some goo from his hand and start writing into it before showing the name 3G.
Okay.
Oh, and do you pronounce that Juice or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, with our little happy introductions out of the way, I suppose Minari is the leader.
These are all children and weird creatures, so it appears so.
I think she's got the only working brain cell among them.
It seems like it.
How big is Hrothgar?
Large.
7 foot, 8 foot if you count the horns, the antlers.
So 3G is going to kind of climb him like a mountain
Oh,
and
perfect.
sit on his
He's
head
always carrying someone.
Perfect.
and use his antlers as handles before looking forward.
How much does 3G weigh?
Almost nothing.
Okay. Yeah, so you now just have a little goopy guy gripping your horns.
And he only weighs as much as a kitten.
Yep.
I feel like
Yep.
Hrothgar would just kind of look up and be like, you know, believe it or not, this is not the weirdest thing I've had on my head.
Okay.
Before we get too far or get too chummy, do any of you happen to follow any deities that we should know about before they become before it becomes an issue of any kind? I don't particularly care, but I know some do.
What's a deity?
Oh lord. Okay.
I
Like a god or a goddess
I mean,
or another powerful being, I suppose.
I guess I grew up worshipping Dionysus. Because, like, that's what my mom and my grandparents. So, um, uh, yeah, I guess Dionysus, like, um, is that bad?
Not to me. I am not fully sure of who that is.
Oh,
But,
he like drinks and parties and stuff, and uh, so like we drink and party and stuff.
How stereotypical.
Oh, yeah, literally that.
That's why she said stereotype.
Oh, at the word stereotypical, Ari is just going to like stare up at her with kind of like big eyes and feel like, what's stereotypical?
Minari's not particularly tall. I mean, she's like, 5'6" or so.
I
Oh no, I actually have her listed as 5'10". I lied to you. She is a little tall.
Liar.
Oh, well, I don't remember.
I did say that Ari is pretty petite, so
He's just a little guy.
He is tiny
He's
little
small.
goat boy.
Wonderful.
We love a good twink.
I wasn't
Okay.
gonna be the first to say it.
Femboy specifically.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's I wasn't particularly getting twink,
Well,
but not
he
yet.
has
At
a
least.
he has a 6 in strength, so that's where I was like, oh, so he's a twink.
Yeah.
Now, well, I'm not gonna get into that because we're recording, but
Take a breath, Dane. Take a breath.
no, we're recording. That wouldn't make any sense.
But yeah, I think Hrothgar would just be like, I mean, I don't really worship any gods. I just kind of do stuff in the woods.
Shut up. Sorry.
He just does stuff in the woods.
Yep.
Fascinating.
What kind of stuff?
Oh,
If
it
I
depends.
can ask.
It depends what my parents in the village needs me to do. Cause like I'm the biggest and strongest in my village, so like pretty much when they need a lot of lumber, I'm the guy. You know? So stuff like
Okay,
I just
quick.
help my home out.
Real quick, while you guys are talking about this, I'm gonna assume that you have started down the little trail that's pretty close by.
Yeah, it would make sense to walk and talk.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, we're moving. We're going.
We're moving.
Wait, there is a trail, or are we just kind of walking through?
No,
The
there's
woods
a trail about
or-
30 feet away from you
Oh,
guys.
okay.
There's like it's a road, but it's not like a full blown road. It's just like
Like a
two,
little
like-
dirt road.
It's wagon tracks.
yeah.
Okay. Like people travel here, but not enough to pave it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. So, are you all from small towns, small villages?
Oh yeah, my town is really small.
Okay. This will be fun to find where you're from.
I,
Especially if you've never heard of Internet.
I've heard of Enron, but I I think my village is pretty far from it.
Well, that is most unfortunate.
Oh, is it? I always heard that the city was dangerous.
You'll be alright. It's not... It's not particularly great, but you'll be okay. It's also not as bad as everyone's.
So they don't just steal people right off the street?
Not typically. No.
So all those years my mom lied to me?
Maybe it's different in the nearest city to you.
He is just staring at Minori with those real big old eyes. And he's just like he's taking in the new information. Like he's not
make his
sure
mother
whether
sound like a bad person.
look, he's not sure whether to trust her or not yet, but also he is looking like, oh, big woman, big capable woman.
Oh. A slay, I guess.
I see.
Hey, I said he was a femboy. I never said anything about his sexuality.
You know what? You gotta.
You boy, you right.
You right.
What?
My bad for assuming you were just playing another gay character.
Not really.
Yeah, now is when I
Excuse me.
decide to break all my own fucking stereotypes.
Do we have an idea of what time of day it is? Like, is it like morning or just an idea? What time?
I'd say it's probably like a little afternoon. Probably around like 2 o'clock or so.
Okay.
The sun's still up at least.
Okay, that's good. So we have a couple hours to travel. Are any of I'm assuming since you seem to be from small villages, you didn't travel?
I mean, I travel a lot, just not that far usually.
Fair enough.
I have no
Usually,
reason.
usually I just go to the market and back.
I understand.
I've had no reason to go to like a big city before. I just kind of stick to my own home, you know?
I just feel that it'll be best if we head into the city, so that way we will have a much better sense of where we are.
Yeah.
and perhaps someone will be able to bring you back wherever you came from.
Usually I have a good sense of direction when I like leave my home, because I can really like keep track of like where I went, so I can backtrack easily. But I've never just kind of been out hunting or chopping down wood and then just kind of appeared in a different spot. And that's what seems to have happened now. That's weird.
Well, from what I've
I
heard,
never thought it would happen to me.
Oh my god.
Most people
Ooh,
don't
hello.
assume things will happen to them, and that's why you need to expect the unexpected, prepare for the worst, and hope for the best.
I thought that if I was a good boy, it would never happen to me.
You'll be alright.
Wait, does that mean we were bad and that's why we're here?
No, that's not what that means.
That's what I always heard.
That's not what that means.
I don't think I've done anything bad. Have I done anything bad?
Cross, you get the vivid memory of stealing a cookie from the cookie jar when you shouldn't have.
Which...
Evil.
I imagine instead of the usual putting the cookie jar high up out of reach, it's actually the opposite in his home, where it's put somewhere really low to try to keep it out of his
Yeah.
sight.
It's like in the
Line of
very back
sight.
of like the bottommost cabinet.
Yep.
Probably works too.
Shouldn't have taken
No.
that cookie.
Okay. Well, with trauma starting, before I've even really done anything, you guys, you actually walk for quite a long time before you even see like a hint of civilization. By the estimation of the sun, kind of hitting like it's starting to get dark. Not quite there yet, but it's definitely a whole lot darker than it used to be. You've been, by your estimations, you've probably been walking for about 6 hours.
My feet hurt.
And you all come across a very small village. You start with seeing like the fencing for like horses and cattle and everything, and then it kind of there's a couple individual buildings beginning to dot the fenced off fields and everything. And then as you come over a hill, you see just a small village.
We should probably stay here, since it's getting dark, and it's not safe to go out on the roads when it's dark.
That's probably the best idea. I'd rather not travel through the night anyway. Especially with the things going on outside of city wall.
Anyway, if it's too dark, we might lose Juge.
Everybody slow turns to Jude.
I think we'll lose him. He's found a pretty comfortable spot on my head.
The way it was so quiet, like, made it funnier to me. Like, I don't. Was it me or was that like?
Oh no, it was quiet. Yeah.
Okay.
Juge is sleepy.
Schluja.
I think Juge wants to snooze.
Yeah.
So we're in this tiny little village. Okay. Is it just like houses, or is there anything? Is there anything else that I don't know? Appears. Is there anything else besides houses?
Okay. Hi, sorry, I have soup. Yeah, so there's very clearly some houses, but you can spot a little post for some horses to be tied up at in front of one of the larger buildings in the area. Okay. It's not like a super tiny village like some of you are familiar with, but it's not quite like a town either. There's clearly like a square There's some like little shops, little like I guess they'd technically be grocers more than shops, but there's like houses and everything. It's pretty good to assume that the building with the horses posted up in front of it is either some type of tavern or a bar of some kind.
Okay. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm gonna walk to. Because at least it's something public, if nothing else. Or appears so.
Piggy heard that there were horses.
It wasn't even that, okay?
Sure. Whatever you say.
She just said it
What
might be a
kind of
tavern
horse?
or something. Okay.
What kind of horse do you want him to be, Piggy? Because I don't know my horses.
Depends how you want them to look. Or am I just random choice?
Random choice.
A cold blood trotter and a Hanoverian.
Who did what now?
A Hanoverian, they're a type.
Hanoverian.
Hanoverian.
A Hans.
Yeah, they're a horse. They're a very horse-looking horse.
Do you wanna send pictures for reference, or
I got you.
because I don't know what either of those horses are?
Yeah, of course you don't. They're very like I said, they're very generic horse.
Don't worry. I got the reference right here.
Hold on, I'm looking at it. Hold
Yeah,
on.
look at that fucking horse. Look at that Hans.
What is that?
It's a Hans.
It's
a
a
haunt.
haunt.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Also, this should stay in the episode, by the way.
Yes, of course. Of course. Establish Piggy's
They're
autism
Hanoverian.
first episode.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously.
You guys
Alright,
told me
we
not to
gotta-
go on
we gotta-
autistic rants, and then you're like
We gotta
pushing me into the corner. Okay.
we got a horse-looking horse, and then a furrier horse-looking horse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Valid.
For everyone, there is a horse here that we're looking at. Yep.
A thicker, furrier horse.
The best part is,
That-
I'm
that
not
is
putting in
definitely a
pictures of these
horse.
horses in the video, so they're just gonna be wondering what the fuck we're looking at.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're looking at
No,
something.
what you should do, Shane, like for the video itself, literally just like post like put the fucking the image like over the audio.
Yeah.
Just have it fade in and then fade out.
Why is there a horse?
Nah,
Like,
the only reference that's gonna be is Hans, nothing else.
I'll accept that.
Anyways, I think Hrothgar will just kind of follow Minari to the building with horses outside of it, because I don't know, she seems kind of smart, I guess.
She gets around a little bit. Yeah, I'm going into that building. If it appears like a public building, which I'm assuming it does, especially looks
Okay.
taverny enough.
You take your step inside. I really hope my mic's not picking up me eating my soup.
It's not.
No, you're not. You're good.
You step into your building. The building, not your building.
Hell yeah, we own the place already.
You step into the building, and immediately you are like assaulted with the smell of like ale and like sweat and general kind of odor.
General odor.
Definitely. Listen. BO, other fluids, sweat, tears, blood, whatever.
Spittoons.
The lower half of his face
place is
remains
foul.
covered. Yeah, the lower half of Ari's face remains covered, but you can tell he is scrunching his nose something fierce.
Like a fucking cat.
Yeah. He's definitely making that face.
Tavern, right?
What?
It's a tavern, I'm assuming then, if it's ale and BO.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, I am going to find the bartender, whoever looks like a staff member, person who works there.
Hrothgar will kind of look around as he follows her, trying to maneuver his way between everything, between like the people and tables or whatever that happened to be there. Still walking
Minari?
around with his big ass halberd as like a walking stick.
Yeah, Minari looks like she generally keeps a very like flat expression through everything she says. But like walking in, she kind of like her facial expression doesn't change that much, but you can kind of see it being like, ew, ew,
It's icky.
like a ew. But this is what we have to do.
Okay, hi, I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back.
Oh my god, I forgot I made. Okay, go ahead. I went to look for a bar.
Okay.
Or someone or some member of staff,
Of the
someone who
bar.
works here.
Of
Yes.
the bar.
Yes, someone who works. Hello, who works here?
Bar back.
I want your manager.
No. You're not getting a manager.
Well,
Yeah, so you rock up to it's not a traditional bar. It's kind of just like a oh my god, what are they called?
I don't know.
Shut up. I don't expect you to know.
tender.
No. Oh my god,
Oh,
fuck off.
What do you mean?
Sorry, my bad. My bad, gang. Sorry. Shit.
Okay. It looks like very very roughly kind of looks like a vaulting horse.
A vaulting horse? Okay.
There's the general like structure of it, but then there's like just like a very thick plank of wood kind of like laid over the top of it and kind of like nailed on.
I think I know what you mean, but I don't know the word for it.
Anyway. She has vitiligo, guys.
I was a little late on that.
Okay.
There's a nice looking, kind of homely looking girl kind of standing behind it. She's got a couple mugs of ale in her hand. There's a giant barrel of it behind her. She looks at you as you approach Minari, and she puts on a real big chipper face. She's got like one of her like canines missing out of her mouth. She's got very like a very freckled face, cute little braided pigtails drooped over her shoulders. Does not have a busty chest.
Oh, sad.
Damn it!
Okay.
What is the
Campaign's over.
point then?
No more campaign.
Leaving.
However, she does look like she's trying to have a busty chest. It's very clear that it's not natural, but they're definitely pushed up quite a ways. With
She's
her
got
with
a
her
little
little with her little dress, and she looks at you with a big old grin, tooth missing, and is just, oh, welcome to our little town. I ain't never seen you before. Can I help you?
Yeah, do you all, does your establishment happen to have any, accommodations for the night? For me and my friends?
Well, I'll say, we ain't really got, like, rooms. We got a little barn in the back, that people, rent out if they really need it.
Oh god, this is like Jesus Christ. Close to Jesus Christ.
Who?
Okay. Alright.
I don't know who this Jesus Christ feller is, but, you know, it ain't so bad sleeping in a barn. The hay keeps you warm, and sometimes the animals cuddle with you.
I suppose that's better than sleeping on the street. And she kind of looks at everyone else and gestures vaguely to, and then kind of looks back to, she looks back to the not barmaid, question mark. And there's nowhere else in this town that has a
Oh well, no, we don't usually get visitors. No. However, if it's all for you, especially with that biggin over by the door, I might need
just
to charge you
waves.
a little bit. I might need to charge you a little bit. Usually we let people stay for free, but that's usually if they're just like one person, and not taking up, like 2 stalls.
Okay. Well, I don't see we have much choice. So, how much will it be?
Well, how much you got?
Not much. Not much at all. She's kind of gonna look at everyone else. Y'all, do you guys have anything?
Few gold pieces.
You got gold? She didn't say a price.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 3G is gonna just kind of like jiggle his body a bit, and there a gold coin kind of comes out of it.
It just jiggles his body, and then coin comes out.
Yep.
Wish I had that utility.
Yep.
Bro, really. Upon hearing Hrothgar say that he has a gold coin, and then watching this like thing on top of his head just
Spit a gold
generally
coin
jiggle,
out.
and then a gold coin falls. Her eyes are just like bug-eyed and sparkly. And she looks at y'all and she's like, y'all got gold? Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm not really doing it.
Well, I mean, we ain't seen gold over here in a while.
Will that do? And kind of
Yeah.
the gold
shit.
coin.
We'll even wake you up in the morning and give you breakfast. She's just like completely baffled.
Thank you, 3G. Or
He's gonna, at the thought of breakfast, he's gonna open his book and show them what looks like strawberry jam.
Hello, Mike.
Really, strawberry jam.
We got some like she's squinting at this thing and she's like, yeah, we got some of that, I think. We got this nice raspberry jelly that good old Meemaw makes.
He's gonna close his book.
Hrothgar will like walk over with the gold coin that 3G kind of just shimmied onto his head and put it on the bar.
She immediately picks this thing up and she's just looking it over like she ain't never seen it before.
Anything y'all can do is appreciated.
No, literally, she's chomping on that bitch. She looks at you guys and she's like, well, I mean, I don't know what to say. We'll just take the one coin and then you can take the whole damn bar and I don't give a shit.
We won't be doing that, but like I said, anything you can do is appreciated. We've had a long day.
We just walked a little bit.
A little bit.
We woke up in the middle of nowhere.
Oh yeah, that is weird.
I think that constitutes a long day.
But it's because we were bad.
One-
I mean, I stole a cookie.
It's not because of that.
One or all of you, doesn't matter which, roll a perception check.
On it.
I got you. I got you.
AKA all of
perception
us.
What was in that one?
That's a nat 20, baby.
That is a 21.
A nat
18.
1 and nat 20 is crazy. Minari is blind. She just immediately goes
Hey.
blind.
It's alright.
She doesn't have pupils.
Aristides and 3G are seeing right now.
They're
Yeah.
seeing.
They know they're being recorded.
Did you roll, Shane?
Yeah, 18.
Okay. So everybody except Minari. There's not many people in the bar. There's probably only like 6 or 7 people that are kind of like milling about. However, as you kind of like look around to kind of observe the general decor of the building, you do notice that all of their eyes are on you.
Hrothgar will just kind of look around and be like, hi guys, and wave.
At that, a couple of like the older men, very clearly like very old, they got like whole fucking beards down to their chest situation. They very obviously like look away upon you addressing them, but some of them give like a general like head bob of acknowledgement. And the barmaid, still fascinated by this single gold coin in her hand, she looks at you guys and she's like, well, if you been on the road for so long, I can see if Meemaw and people wanna set you up with some dinner. We I mean, can't imagine that like we ain't really got a restaurant or anything around here, so kind of best I can do. They make a mean stew. Whenever we can actually get some meat anyway.
We appreciate
Y'all
that.
hungry or?
At the mention of stew, Ari is going to walk on up to this barmaid, and he is going to look up at her with his little big, beady eyes, his little shiny, dark eyes, and he's just gonna be all like, I bet that stew is really nice, even without meat in it.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. They even when they ain't got meat in it, it's damn good. They also make some nice fritters, and some biscuits. Ain't really got no sausage to make gravy with, but There is sometimes we will have a one of the pigs that don't sell, and so sometimes we'll have bacon too. Uh, what y'all want? I'll see if me and my people can fix it up for you.
I could eat some stew. Maybe 2 bowls.
Shit, boy, you big as you are, you probably take 4 bowls.
Yeah, but I don't want to intrude.
Ah, shit, they make enough.
I'll take 4
I
bowls.
would just like to have a drink with you, if that's okay.
Oh well, I mean, you want water? I mean, all we got is like ale. Rick in the woods, kind of like he sometimes makes mead. But that it's kind of not the season for it. The bees ain't really been making very good honey.
At this, Ari is going to grab a water skin from his back, and he's going to offer it to her.
What you want with? What you want me to do with this?
It's wine from my village.
Oh shit! Well, you should have said so. She pops that bitch off and bro, shut up, and throws that bitch back.
He just looks at her, and obviously his face is still covered, but you can just kind of tell he's smiling.
Is there anything special about this wine, or is it just like general wine?
It is wine specially made by like the satyrs of the village, so it's probably just really good quality. It's probably like the primary export.
She takes a real big swig of it, smacks her lips a little bit. She's like, "Ooh, that's some good shit right there. You ain't got any more of that?"
Nope. Sorry. I know how to make it though.
Do you now? Now see, we ain't got the fields to grow no grapes. But boy, if we did.
Well, if you had grapes, I could show you.
Well, I don't know if we got fresh fruit. I'd have to go looking. How about we put a cork in that? And as she said that, she puts the cork back on your water skin and hands it back to you. How about we put a cork in that, and then we can at like in a couple weeks, whenever we go to the city to go get food for the village, you can teach us how to make it.
Okay. It's really easy. You just gotta stomp on him a lot.
Well, that ain't the worst thing I ever done with my feet.
Hello?
Yes.
Go on.
Yes.
Nothing, ma'am.
Ew.
Yeah, Minari is gonna go sit down at one of these mismatch barrel, not really tables.
All right, you have the only empty table, quote unquote, in the entire building. It's just kind of a like fairly old whiskey barrel. Like you can still kind of like smell it, but it's so old that like you can't really tell what type of whiskey it used to be. Just that it had the whiskey in it. And there's only like 2 chairs, so everybody else is gonna be standing. the instant that you sit down, the same people that were staring at all of you, kind of like are now side-eyeing you. They're not full-blown staring anymore, especially since Hrothgar kind of acknowledged that they were.
Are these people like all of one race? Are they all just like humans or something, or like what?
Yeah, most of them are humans. A couple of them have like they're a little shorter with pointed ears. But the good majority of them are human, including the barmaid.
They're kind of like your basic races.
Mhm.
I guess.
There's no elves or anything. There's like a couple pictures of some dwarves on the walls. But generally it's mostly just humans.
I think Hrothgar would get a mug of ale before joining Minari at the table. Instead of sitting in a stool, I feel like he would just sit on the ground with his legs crossed and would probably be at table height.
Well, Arya feels awkward standing around not doing anything. So, he's gonna whip out his little flute and he's gonna do a little dance while he's playing the flute.
Can you play music?
Yeah. I mean, he's a satyr, like.
Okay, I guess
doing,
it's obvious.
doing satyr things. Okay.
And she did call him a stereotype before, so it does make sense. Okay, 1 + 1 = 2. Okay. Or as expressionless as Minari generally is, she seems mildly amused by Ari.
Should I like roll a performance or something maybe?
Her internet died.
Oh
Dead
no.
internet. I found my new favorite game. I don't even own it yet, but I found it.
God, you have a new favorite game every single fucking week, Shane.
Yeah, well, it's a $5 game called A Game About Digging a Hole.
Okay.
And the whole
So do you dig
game
hole?
is you dig a hole. This is
Okay.
the description. A minimalistic game about digging a hole in the garden of a newly purchased house. Collect resources, sell them, upgrade your equipment, and discover mysterious secret. Costs you only 1 coffee.
I
Alright.
don't remember where we left off.
Sitting at the table?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ari broke out into a little satyr jig.
Oh, and then you asked
Oh,
something,
okay.
right?
I did not hear that.
Oh, yeah. Satyr jig and I think Lev asked if they needed to make a performance check.
Oh, performance check, yeah, because they
Okay.
did a little song and dance.
Okay, what was that? Or did you not do it?
Oh,
Ari
I-
is doing a little song and dance. Because they thought
Well,
we were just
well,
sitting
I
around.
asked what the role was, and nobody
Oh,
answered. so I assumed...
I don't think he actually did
No,
a role. He's
no,
asking if he needed
no.
a role.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, do a performance.
Okay.
Form.
Do a little
That's
jig.
12.
Yeah, okay. With a 12, you do your little jig. You get a single clap from like an older man in the back, who seems very thrilled to watch you do your jig.
Just a little
And
jig
everybody
and a little flute playing.
Mm-hmm. And everybody else kind of just like rolls their eyes and goes back to their drinking. The barmaid.
Well, that's fine. He's not a bard, but like, they could be a little nicer about it.
You're also a complete stranger.
Seeing that nobody else is clapping, Minari will just start to clap.
Thank you, Minari. Thank you.
The barmaid comes over. She puts a cup of ale down in front of Hrothgar, technically in front of 3G, but really it's for Hrothgar, as a refill for whenever he downs his ale. Also, how much ale? Well, I know where he lives, but how much ale has Hrothgar actually drank in his life, given that he is the ripe age of 18?
I would imagine like probably not much. I mean, my thought process is this is like probably closer to European laws, where at 18 I think he's old enough to drink. You know what I mean? Um,
Mm-hmm.
so he's probably drinks from time to time. I'm sure he like just recently started drinking though. He's he's a new enough drinker that he probably doesn't like ale. He's just drinking it because everyone says it's good, and he's trying to convince himself it's good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, me for real.
Well, she puts her second cup down, your second cup down, gives you a thumbs up, looks to the rest of you and is just like, well, can I get y'all anything? I'm gonna go talk to I'm gonna go talk to me mom people here soon if y'all are good and don't need nothing.
Do you have any cheese?
Well,
And bread.
cheese is real expensive. We got some bread, but cheese is kind of expensive. So we ain't got none.
Butter?
Maybe I can probably bring some up from the house. I'm sure old Bessie probably made enough milk to make some butter.
He's the little light in his eyes is slowly starting to twinkle out, and he's just all like, oil?
Y'all can do anything y'all can do.
I mean, we might have some oil. You want like lantern oil or we got some nice
He looks completely broken. There is no cheese. There's hardly any butter. The only oil they have is lantern oil.
We're in a poor town.
He just puts his hands up to his face, and he's just all like, just
What kind of place is this?
he just starts fucking crying.
just the bread, please.
Oh, okay. You ain't gotta cry about it. I'll bring you some.
I'm not
bread.
crying.
It's okay. It's okay. And I'm just gonna kind of pat him on the back.
Well, I feel bad. I feel bad now. I'm sorry.
It's
I don't know why you're crying,
Don't
but I'm
be
sorry.
I just wanted some bread with cheese. And if there wasn't any cheese, I could just use butter. And if there wasn't any butter, I could just use oil. But there's nothing. This bread is fine.
Not all places have that stuff.
Well, hey, I'll go see. When I go talk to me and my people, I'll go see if they got some butter. I'm sure they probably do. I'll bring some up to you. I promise. Please don't cry. I'll bring you your bread and I promise it ain't been made with no oh fuck. Shit. Sawdust. It ain't got no sawdust in it. I promise.
Thank you.
She like kind of like looks you over and just like are you like okay, and then like toodles off to into like a back room somewhere and pretty quickly comes out with like a little basically just like a very rough like hand sewn handmade handkerchief with a little bundle in it, and she puts it in the middle of y'all's of y'all's table and unties it, and it's a nice hefty loaf of bread, a whole loaf of bread, And then she puts a little knife down next to it, and it's just like, now y'all eat to your heart's content. Don't even worry about paying for this. Y'all already paid for like everything. I'll be back. I'm gonna go talk to me, my people, and y'all just have a good time, okay? Don't go behind the bar and getting yourself some nice ale. No. No. Just kind of chill. Sit here, eat your bread, don't cry, and I'll be back, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just
You're
eat-
very nice.
Eat them bread.
It's like a nice hefty sourdough bread.
Do you
Do you always have the such such excess?
Now what?
I'm talking to Ari
Oh, okay.
because he was so upset about butter and oil and cheese.
I mean, our village wasn't hit that hard with this catastrophe stuff.
Where do you come from?
It's pretty far away. I
Most
always
places
knew-
ain't like that.
Always knew other places were bad, but I didn't think it was so bad that they couldn't have stuff like cheese or butter.
And you're up for a world of terrible surprise.
He just looks at Minari, and his expression can only the way that his eyes and eyebrows have like scrunched up together. His expression can really only be described as weh,
where?
weh,
Wah.
weh.
She doesn't want to make him feel bad, but yeah. Yeah.
He's just a sheltered little guy.
We always have at least one. There's always at least one.
Yes, there is.
Hrothgar is gonna finish off his first cup of ale and place the mug down and move to the next.
Okay. Roll a Constitution just to see if you don't make a face.
All right. That's a 17.
Bro, stop rolling so high.
I'm sorry.
How is anything gonna happen if you keep rolling high?
I didn't roll high my first roll. My first roll was like a 9.
You managed to keep a straight face. No one is none the wiser that you do not like ale.
What, he's trying to look cool or something?
Well, everybody else tells him it's good. And whenever he says that he doesn't like it, they're like, you'll learn to love it. So now he's trying to learn to love it.
Minari does not drink, so he's looking badass to nobody.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, Ari
And
is
it's also not trying
Ari
to
has a
look badass.
refined palate, and like what he drinks
Yeah,
is
he would-
wine primarily. So
He wouldn't
He's
drink
above
this,
wine.
this
I mean,
water
he's above-
still.
It's above ale.
it would have to be something good like mead.
Mead mentioned.
My
I was
god.
gonna. So you all watch your barmaid leave, and it's only as you leave that you realize you never got her name.
First name Bar, last name Maid. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I have a name. I have a name for her in my head, but no one asked, so you know, whatever.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm so
He's
sorry.
going to ask
okay?
about the stew, so we'll see her again.
Maybe.
Yeah.
She just fucking dies outside. That's what's gonna happen right now. She's gonna be like an important
No,
NPC.
just you
dies
just
of-
hear a gunshot in the street.
Aw. Sorry we fucked it up for you.
You oh.
You guys should all eat too. Push up some more.
After she leaves and Minari is trying to convince everybody to eat, you see one of the patrons towards the front door. You see one of the patrons towards the front door. He's kind of a middle-aged man. Got like a scruffy beard and looks a little haggard and is wearing very not well-kept clothes. Is very clearly like a working man. He kind of struts up to y'all and he's like, and he looks at you and just kind of has his hands in his pockets and he takes the entire loaf of bread that remains on the table and just takes like a big ass fucking bite out of it and is like, so you use some real city slickers, huh? With throwing that gold around like that?
He doesn't eat the bread. He just walks up and eats our bread.
Yes.
Hey, like
picked it up, took a bite out of it and everything.
Yeah,
It's our
3G's gonna
bread.
cast power and kill.
Okay. Okay. So Minari's sitting down, right? And she just kind of looks at him. And like, is there a problem?
Oh, ain't no problem. I mean, hey, there's enough bread going around for everybody.
She kind of looks around.
Sir, it's really
Sorry.
rude to just take a bite of the loaf without slicing it first.
What he said?
You the bread police, huh? You a
No,
freak?
no, it's just good table manners.
Nah, you can afford
Wait,
to
did
buy
he-
another one.
Did you just call him a freak?
Yeah, what about it?
She's gonna stand up.
I don't appreciate
hey.
that.
He will
I don't
like
either.
Or on the other side of the barrel. It only
Starts standing up with a fucking slime on his head, just
staring
staring at him.
Ari will just kind of try to wave his hands at the group and be all like, hey, it's okay. I don't see humans a whole lot either. They look kind of weird to me too. I'm just polite enough to not say it.
Yeah, well, not saying shit is a kind of a problem around here, especially when we got strangers coming in, throwing their gold around, talking like they own the place.
We weren't throwing anything
Wasn't.
around.
That wasn't the intention. We're just looking for a place to stay because we've been traveling all day and we've had a long day. Okay?
Oh, poor princess.
And
Um,
we all think that
Minari's gonna, there's like
the
a
person
fist.
the person that owns this place should be reimbursed for their troubles.
He cocks an eyebrow at that, takes another bite of the bread, and is just, yeah, they get reimbursed all the time.
He's still eating the bread, right?
Please.
Yeah.
That.
3G's gonna change the color to blue. It's just blue now.
Like,
It
the
just
bread is blue.
The bread is just blue.
Oh, the bread is blue.
The bread is just it's just blue now.
Okay. Why?
It's just blue.
It's just blue
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
by the way.
Yeah,
By the way,
yeah,
it's blue.
It's blue now.
Does it taste any different, or is it
Oh,
like?
no, it's just blue.
No, he's just eating blue bread now.
No, it's just blue. 3G is gonna kind of slide down off of Hrothgar, kind of like touch it. Nothing changed about the texture or anything. It's just blue before kind of getting back on his head.
Before getting back to the speed.
Yep.
He looks at the bread with the most like disgusted look possible. And he looks at you, 3G, looks back at the bread, looks at like the little like tiniest little bit of slime that you left on it. And then just like very like visibly swallows the piece of bread in his mouth and then puts the loaf back down.
That'll
Now,
teach him.
I don't know what kind of freak shit y'all got going on right now, especially with that thing pointing at 3G. But y'all need to get the fuck out of town.
Yeah?
Why is that?
What are you gonna do?
For an issue with you.
What am I gonna do? Well, you see, I have myself and the entire village. And we don't like you. We don't like strangers. We don't like freaks.
Freaks?
So either you get out of here, or we're gonna make you get out of here.
Freaks, she's throwing hands.
Hmm.
That sucks. A 7 doesn't hit, does it?
No.
While Minari's trying to throw
Swings.
hands, while Minari's trying to throw hands, is there lanterns all around the place? Kind of.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Is Hrothgar tall enough to like where 3G can reach one of them?
Because you are more towards the center of the room, probably not.
Okay.
Most of the lanterns are on the walls, kind of like propped out just a little bit.
Okay.
So Minari's throwing hands.
It was
Yep.
a 7. I rolled like a 2 and have a +5, so that wasn't, that didn't go very well for me, but...
So Minari goes to try and punch him, and
God. So embarrassing for her.
he like jumps out of the way, and like kind of whistles, and he's like, "Now, little lady, calm down. Ain't no reason to go throwing yourself around like that. You gonna hurt somebody, probably yourself."
Maybe that was my intention. Well, okay, well that sounded a lot less threatening when he said, fuck. Fuck, okay, well, whatever. Never mind, this is so embarrassing.
Hrothgar is just gonna kind of look at him and be like, you know, one thing I learned growing up in my village is not to let bullies bully me. And I don't like that you're bullying my new friends either.
Oh, what are you gonna do about it, huh? You little horny bastard.
Hrothgar is just
Okay.
gonna kind of step up to him, being, what, probably over a foot taller than this guy,
Probably, yeah.
and look down at him and be like, so, I don't know what you do around this village. I'm assuming probably not too much if you're gonna spend your time bothering people who are just trying to enjoy a meal. But home, I'm the one who drags trees back to our house. I'm the one who goes out hunting. I know how to deal with wildlife, and honestly, someone as small as you is not as threatening as that. So I think you should leave us alone.
Okay. Roll me a intimidation.
Awesome. Let's go, baby. I have a +4 to that.
Dude,
That is
I
a
fucking missed, so...
that is a 16.
With a 16, you're towering over this dude. 3G is looking as menacing as a little guy can.
Gobbledygook.
Bro's just staring.
He doesn't like back down per se, but he does take a good step back. And he looks you up and down, Hrothgar, and kind of scoffs a little bit, and he's like, "Yeah, well, ain't all of us a good old mama's boy, I guess, or whatever the fuck you were doing all that shit for."
Hrothgar will just kind of shrug and be like, well, some of us have loving parents.
Bro,
That's all I can say. Damn.
fucking devastated.
Now that was power word kill.
Yeah, that was
Really?
power kill.
Oh my god, he gets a little red in the face, and he's just like, fuck you. How about? And he stomps out of the building.
Hrothgar will just sit back down at the table, and considering we have rations, would you say it's fair that Hrothgar probably has some stale bread that he's brought out with him, because that's like the one of the few things that doesn't spoil super fast?
Yeah, probably.
So he'll just place down one of his loaves of. It's like, it is probably rock hard. Like, it's definitely stale, you know?
Okay.
He just places it down on the table and it's just like, I don't know if what what Juge did to the other bread. I don't know if blue bread is still safe to eat, but we also have this, and it's not bitten out of.
I'm gonna sit back down and be like, "Thank you, Rothgar, for stopping that before it got out of hand." And she's still like white knuckle fisting, like
That was really nice,
Minari
Hrothgar.
recovering.
she's just very calm. She's like very calm, but like her fist is like still fucking like white, like
Oh yeah.
Like that one fucking Arthur meme was like.
yeah. And I'm also going to pass the blue slimy, weird bitten out of bread to 3G.
I mean, it's not slimy. It's just the one spot that he touched that's got like.
Okay, well, whatever. He can have it. He can have it. Minari does not want it.
All he's gonna do is absolutely just smash his face against the gooey part of it. Just eat that part and completely leave the rest of it that's not goo and just give it to somebody else.
It's just like a part of the bread just disintegrates as soon as it touches him.
No, that's what happens.
It's still blue?
Yeah, no, it's still blue. It still tastes the same.
Oh, that was so random. Like,
Well,
wait, I made
you
the
know
blue
what?
bread. I made the bread blue.
Ari will be a dutiful boy, and he will still slice that blue bread, and he'll just kind of like hold up the little bitten end and be like, "Ugh," and just kind of like toss it aside and be all like, maybe they can feed pigeons with that.
Yeah. It's like one of those colorful bagels you can get at the bagel store. It's still a bagel, but there's just it's just colorful. It's just colorful for some reason.
It's just the tie dye before food coloring existed.
Yeah.
With that, I think Winari is gonna get up and kind of nod to everyone and go find the stable, whatever they're sleeping in, and go to quote unquote bed and just be like, just a reminder, I will be getting up early to.
She's gonna miss the stew.
Because that's her biggest concern right now, is the stew.
I mean, it should be. You haven't eaten anything all day.
It's Hrothgar's biggest
She
concern.
ate some bread, bro.
We're all hungry.
Is the barkeep still around, or the bartender that served them?
No, she's still gone.
Okay.
She went to
I
speak
like
with
him.
Meemaw and Peepaw.
Yeah.
Me, Mom, Paul.
3G is gonna slide off of Hrothgar and try to find them.
Them being the barmaid.
Oh yeah, the one that served them food. Yeah.
Okay. So she's nowhere in the building. She has like left through the back door.
He's just waddling away.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he waddled away.
3G. Then he's gonna look at the nearest lantern. They're gonna look at the nearest lantern, and make it come to them.
Okay.
And yeah, if there's still oil in this lantern, he's going to just bring it back with him.
Okay. You do find a the lantern that you grabbed is about half full with oil still in the bottom, still in the canister itself. So you're just like taking the oil itself or the entire lantern?
No. The capsule with the oil in it.
Okay.
And then he's going to go back to Hrothgar, kind of shimmy back up onto him, which is, again, it's kind of like a mountain. It takes a bit. And sit on the head and just drink the oil.
Okay.
And that's his meal.
Is it weird to be confused by that?
I don't think so.
Huh. I don't think they usually recommend drinking lamp oil.
Nope.
Only sometimes.
He's gonna kind of like pat him on the top of the head, say the word "shush," and kind of like.
Of course he is.
He's gonna kind of like wiggle his arm. He's gonna wiggle his arm around, kind of like showing the gooey texture, and then pointing to the oil.
Oh. And then he's gonna go, oh, and look to Ari and just be like, I don't get it.
Ari is going to think very, very hard. And he's just all like, well, I guess you needed the fuel. Is that right, Juge? Yeah, I think that's right. I think he needed the fuel.
Huh. Alright then.
I mean, he probably doesn't have the same organs as us. He's like a little slime guy.
Does slime even have organs? Is all slime living?
I don't know.
He's just gonna take a sip as they're talking.
Out of the lamp.
You're
gonna fucking kill me, Igor.
Goodness. Okay.
God. Hrothgar is gonna take another sip of his ale and cut himself off a slice of bread.
Delicious blue bread. Or if not, delicious stale bread.
Yeah, one of the two. I think I'm gonna save the stale bread to dip in my stew. Because then it'll be soft again. Because it's all covered in stew.
That's a good idea.
Very astute.
Brilliant man.
I'm gonna kill myself.
I love how Minori is like the only one with a brain cell here.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Because somebody needed to have. There needed to be at least one, so I'm glad I added her of all the characters.
Yeah, I don't know where we'd be right now.
We'd probably still be like in the fucking wilderness. If it...
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I definitely could have added someone that was way stupider and it would have gone worse.
Yeah, probably.
Honestly, if you had done like your centaur or whatever it was that you were thinking about whenever you were first talking about cowboys, probably would be peak the no brain cells.
Yeah, that would have been terrible. That would have been horrible.
Just a minotaur.
Yeah, he was a minotaur. Because he was sirloin. I probably would have changed his name.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you were
cowboy
thinking about
cow.
Yeah, but you were thinking
Cow
about a
cowboy?
centaur too.
Oh yeah, I was. Yeah. I don't
Cow
know. I don't
cowboy.
really have any strong ideas for that, other than centaur, because I like horse.
Hans.
Oh,
Hans.
Rex. Keyboard cat.
The other
Anyway.
brain cell. Listen, 3G might be brilliant. We just can't understand him.
Exactly. He might be extremely advanced for his people.
Yeah, probably. Who knows? Yeah, so y'all are hanging out. The other patrons are very suddenly not staring at you anymore. Except for the one old guy who clapped for Ari's little jig. And after a little while, barmaid comes back. She has the biggest fucking cauldron of stew y'all have ever seen in her fucking hands. And she drops this thing immediately next to your table. It, like, cracks the floorboards.
Damn.
And she stands up, wipes her forehead with the back of her hand, just, whew! That was kind of heavy. Whew, that was a good workout. I got some bowls. I got some spoons. And why is the bread blue? That definitely wasn't blue when I left it.
Oh, Juge did that.
Yeah.
Somebody was being rude.
Yeah, there was a rude guy who took a bite out of our bread, and Juge turned it blue somehow, and the meanie didn't want to bite it anymore because it was blue, or it was touched by slime. One of the two.
Either way, he was very mean.
He was.
I bet that was a rude old boy, fucking Ricky Bobby. God damn it.
Ricky Bobby. Fucking Ricky Bobby.
It annoys me so bad because I got the reference and I just watched that movie with Dustin, like, when I was there, like, a month ago.
God damn it, Ricky Bobby.
Oh god.
Oh my fucking god.
She grabs one bowl for each of you. Grabs her little ladle, soups you up, stews you up, and you're all served a bowl of stew. Except I think Minari said that she went to the stables already.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody except Minari.
She felt herself growing angry and she was like, so I must leave.
So everybody except Minari gets stew, and 3G. As you're like watching everybody kind of like move around their stew, there's no meat in it at all, but it doesn't really like take away from the flavor of it. But you're watching her and she puts down another like whole loaf of bread in the center of your table, and you watch her put down a little glass jar that's got like a little just a little lid, and she pops it open, and at first it does look like strawberry jam, but it's a little more I don't want to say liquidy because that gives the wrong impression, but there's a little more liquid than you would expect in a jam. And it's definitely not strawberry in there. The rest of you know it to be raspberry. I don't know if 3G would know.
Is it still of a gooey texture, like just like
Yeah.
jam?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just a little looser than you would expect.
Yeah. He's going to condor dive it.
Condor dive.
Oh my god.
You dive off of Hrothgar's head into this very small container of raspberry jam. And you, while also jumping into the glass jar, you also dive into all of the bread and everybody's bowls of stew. Because the table is not very big.
He's gonna kind of like stick his little stubby hand into it, and now it's covered in the jam. Look over to the other two that's still there. Say, kind of like show them as he says the word "slooge," and then just puts his stubby hand into his face.
Yeah, I bet it's really good, huh?
And then he's gonna start writing stuff down in his book.
Ah.
Oh, he's journaling again. Okay.
My soup.
The barmaid. My soup.
Good soup. Good soup.
What? Huh?
Oh, the only thing he says is Juge.
Slooge.
Why did he do that?
I think he really likes jam.
Yeah, that's my best guess too.
I mean, listen, I don't fault him. I mean, Meemaw Peepaw's stuff is real good. I don't think it's that good. I mean, like, the little kids do it. And my little Matthew did it when he was, like, barely a year old. And then she kind of looks at you, 3G, and she's like, Are you a little baby? Is that why you're so small?
He also drank an entire lamp's worth of lamp oil.
He did what?
Yeah. They
He's
just point to the lantern.
Yeah, the empty lantern on the ground.
The very empty lantern. Oh my god! Oh my god!
He's gonna open his book with the one page where he was scribbling around in when he drank the lantern oil, and then the other where he was drinking the jam while eating the jam. But it's unrecognizable. It's just scribbles with like little patches of whatever he just ate, and he just shows the barkeep or the server the book open and just goes, "Buy a sloosh! 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 Sloosh!"
She leans forward to look at it, squinting real hard at it, and kind of scratches her cheek a little bit, and is just like, I mean, I guess everybody needs their hobbies. I don't judge.
He's gonna pat her face and get down from the table.
He just,
Not letting them finish their sentence.
Is it with like a normal, with his normal hand, or the sticky as fuck hand?
No, the one that still has jam on it.
Oh my god.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh, that's so fucking funny. He sighs Or no, she don't even. She's like, she's baffled. Just her. She stares at you, 3G, watches you get on the floor, and waddle away in your little Kirby fashion. And it's just like, what? Huh? I don't. Oh, I never learned about this with Meet My People. Oh my god. Anyway, I brought, she, like, very slowly, and, like, she's not really traumatized, she's just very concerned. But she slowly turns to look at you, Ari.
Yes?
She reaches into her little pocket, of her apron, and, pulls out the smallest little, like, piece of butter, and puts it in front of you.
You didn't have to do that. I know that it's probably... I know that you don't have a lot, so it's better if you keep it. But it's really nice that you brought that out just for me, because I felt bad.
Oh,
But-
well, I talked to my Meemaw about it, and she said, I couldn't give you the whole block, but I could cut off a little bit for you. And so I brought it just for you, because you just look so sad, and I felt bad. You know, it's okay.
Thank you. Very, very much. You're a very nice lady.
Oh, well, shucks. I try my best. Mama always said that you should be nice every chance you get, and things turn around someday. I'll find a rich man someday, and then I'll get out of here, and maybe I'll cook for him, and he'll just pay for everything.
I hope that works out for you.
Yeah, me too. It ain't happened so far. A lot of people avoid this village, cause well, you know, we ain't got much of nothing out here.
Well, you've got really good stew.
You do. It's even good after the slime has taken a bath in it.
She hasn't moved at all, but her eyes are looking at you, Hrothgar, and she just looks like so weirded out.
he is eating the soup that was like the stew that was like half spilled because of the condor dive. He's still just eating it.
Yeah. Ari's not one to let food go to waste either. He's probably gonna eat his soup as well, because, well...
Listen, when you're a nature guy...
How much bacteria can one Jewish have, anyway?
Exactly. When you drop your food in the dirt, you still gotta eat. That's Hrothgar's mindset.
I mean, if it's just dirt, totally fine.
Exactly. It's camp spice.
Camp. Oh my god. Oh god. Goodness. Well, I'm gonna get back to work. Y'all have as much stew as you want. Whenever you're done eating, the barn is, there's a couple stables that got hay in it, and that's where you're gonna be sleeping. We ain't got no blankets. Not out the barn yet, anyway. But there's plenty of hay out there to keep you warm. So, maybe old Bessie will cuddle up to you or something and keep you extra warm. I'm gonna get back to work. Y'all have fun. Don't eat that butter too quick now.
Oh, I will share it with everybody else if they want some.
just dipping stale
that's-
bread
well,
into the
that's-
soup.
Well, that's just dandy. Y'all have a good time now. And then she walks away.
Well, Hrothgar will have his fill of stew, which is probably greater than 4 bowls worth.
Dude is hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He's a growing boy.
Yeah.
But besides stew, after that, I think he would be like, well, I'm ready to hit the hay. Literally, I guess. Huh.
Wow.
This guy.
Wow. Wow. I was muted for a second there, but wow.
Well,
Didn't
I guess
intend-
it's as good a time as any to go to sleep.
Yeah. Minari wanted us up in the morning too, so better
Yeah.
now than too late.
Yeah, we shouldn't upset Minari. She got really mad with that rude guy.
Yeah. I'm happy she didn't hit him though, because that would have been a mess. Do you think she meant to miss him?
No, I think she really wanted to hit him.
Oh.
But
I
it's
thought
okay.
she was just trying to scare him.
Well, she looked pretty scary to me.
Yeah, she was pretty scary. Though it would have been scarier if she had punched his lights out.
Probably.
Okay. Calm down. Y'all gonna keep going back and forth, and I'm just not with
They're just two brainless little guys, okay?
This is them actively
and
walking towards
Juge
the
is
barn.
lost in the sauce with that jam. like little man just really wanted that jam.
He really did. Y'all make your way to the barn. And it's a fairly large barn. It's definitely like meant for like farm animals. There's a very relatively small area for pigs to be kind of penned up in. There's multiple stables. A couple of them do have horses in them. One of them has an older cow. And you see Minari kind of doing whatever Minari's doing on one of the yep, that's him. doing whatever Minari is doing on top of a hay bale,
Sleeping. Just like laying very straight. You know?
she is planking.
Plank.
There's 2 stables that don't have animals in them, but there are very large piles of hay that have been like caved out just a little bit from something or someone sleeping in them. And you all settle in for the night. Steal one of the hay bales to kind of cover yourself up with.
I mean, Ari's gonna go try and cuddle with that cow.
You can cuddle with that cow. Little Bessie will just let you do whatever you want.
Yay! He will gently pat her on the head, for she is a good old girl, and he will lie beside her.
She like kind of looks at you real lazy, and she's already kind of like laid down for the night, and she kind of gives you a little sniff, gives a very low moo, and then lays her head down and just goes to sleep.
That's a good old lady.
chewing her
Hrothgar,
cud.
Hrothgar probably has to line up like 2 or 3 bales so he can actually lay fully on them.
Mhm.
And then he'll pull out like a little homemade bedroll that he takes with him in case he has to stay overnight in the woods. That's also probably made of different like furs. And he'll just curl right up, happy to sleep.
Bro has his little nightcap and his little candle, and he is honk shoeing. He's
Honk
going.
shoe.
And God knows what Juge is up to.
Mhm.
I think Bro is still like knee deep in that jam.
Yeah. He's bro is lost in the sauce.
When
After he
go ahead.
after he finishes eating the jam, he's gonna just drop the jar just on the spot. Not even interested in it anymore. He's gonna face plant the moment that he gets inside the barn, and just kind of roll to the nearest wall of the barn, deflate, and just go to sleep.
He's just absolutely covered in dirt and hay.
Yeah, completely. He is tracking everything that he's rolling over to him.
Oh my god.
This dude is like a little organic BMO.
Yes. No, that's the perfect description.
Got that little cute, tiny, chaotic, neutral, gremlin energy.
How early is Minori waking up?
You're probably not late in session anyways, so that's no problem for her.
What?
I said crack of dawn.
Oh, okay.
The second she senses there is light, she's like, I'm awake.
I have awoken.
I rise.
Literally with the crow of a rooster.
Probably. They're in a barn anyway.
There are definitely some roosters crowing in the distance. There's one on top of the barn even that starts just fucking screaming.
Great.
Yeah, Ari will probably wake up as well with like the rooster making this noise.
I think Hrothgar is also probably pretty good at waking up in the morning. While he is a little airhead, he is punctual.
I mean, they're from small villages, so yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if Minari wakes up and you said the others were kind of like a little awake or no? Like not really.
I think Hrothgar
They're
would wake up around the similar time. And again, being from small town, he's like up and moving because he's got to get to work.
Yeah. That's the routine. If anything, I think Ari might be a little bit depressed because, I mean, usually he wakes up and his mom is there to tell him the chores for the day, and he doesn't have the chores for the day.
All he has is little cow, well, big cow.
Is 3G awake?
Yeah, so his eyes are face planted on the ground. They turn over to the back of his body, and he stands up that way. So he's awake now.
You're finally awake. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Thanks for that, youngster. I fucking fuck.
She's probably going to like stand around for a minute and like stretch, like do like morning stretch type shit, because that's what what she does, obviously. Monk shit. and goes, "So, are you ready to go? Are you guys ready to be moving on after breakfast?"
Oh, I thought we'd stay here.
How long do you expect to stay here?
I don't know. I'm
If you would like to go home, we can't stay here forever.
I'm just
Especially-
following your lead.
Especially if the people here aren't exactly.
Aren't exactly. You cut out after that.
The most welcoming.
I mean, I guess you've got a point.
I think we should eat breakfast and get on the road again.
Okay.
And she's gonna. Is the tavern like even open? You wouldn't even.
You can definitely tell that like pretty much the entire village isn't really up yet. There are a couple people milling around, mostly doing farm stuff, taking care of their horses and stuff. But nobody's really like leaving or entering buildings as of this moment. However, you do see the dear old barmaid hauling some feed towards a pig pen a little ways from the barn.
Okay. Minari is going to kind of head in that direction, towards the barmaid, and be like, "I'm sorry to bother you, but we'd like to get on the road as soon as possible, and I know you're willing to offer us breakfast. Greatly appreciated. So if you could do that sooner rather than I would be thankful."
Well, yeah, I gotta take care of some chores around the farm first, but yeah, we'll get you some food real quick. If y'all want, you can help me do the chores, just a little faster, and then get you your food.
Yeah, I can help.
Sure, why not?
I don't mind.
Sloosh.
Okay.
Hey, well, the big feller back there, pointing at Hrothgar. Me and my people, are a little too old to be going around, hauling things. So they got Peepaw wants to hook up the hay baler, and I keep telling him no. He's too old. He ain't gotta be doing none of that. But he keeps saying, stubborn old hoop. If you can hook it up for him, that way he don't hurt himself. He's gonna throw out his back again. God forbid. And then the rest of y'all, I don't know about little baby, pointing at 3G, but I gotta feed the animals. I gotta make sure Bessie's still alive. First of all, second of all, make sure that she's in her pasture, getting her some nice alfalfa. So if y'all want to take Bessie to the alfalfa field, which is right over there, and she points to like this like It's a fairly small field, for what you're expecting, but there's just like a fenced off area with some very pretty like alfalfa grass, next to just like your bog standard farmhouse, where it an old man is fucking kicking the shit out of a tractor.
We got tractors.
Maybe.
What you mean, maybe?
we have steampunk tractors.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da.
The fuck that
We have
is,
we
but
have
okay.
a tractor. We have a tractor that is hooked up to a horse.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I love it. I love it. Hrothgar will kind of trot over and say, I heard you needed help with your hay baler?
I ain't need no help. You that damn daughter of mine. She fucking she won't listen to me.
Okay, but I mean, I am already here, so why not?
He looks like a very sour old man. Face kind of scrunched up, just in a permanent scowl. He really looks you up and down and looks at his looks at the crazy fucking contraption he's trying to hook up to the back of the carts that the horses horses
The horsers.
Horsers.
Horsers. Yep.
And he kind of throws a hand out at you and he says, I don't fucking care. She's gonna bitch at me if I don't accept help. I can do it myself, but whatever. He's got that like old man walk where he's kind of like stooped over. He's got one of his hands behind his back.
Yep.
And he pats the rear end of one of the horses, rather gently compared to the all the shit coming out of his mouth. When he just sees you still standing there, he's just like, "Well, you gonna put it on or not, or do I gotta tell you how to do it?"
Hrothgar will walk up and kind of look over this contraption. Is it like pretty straightforward? Is the hookup straightforward, or is it a whole contraption?
Contraption. It's like the hookup itself is pretty simple. It's a hitch and joint shit. No, I want to look at it. No, the pictures won't load. Yeah, it's pretty well simple. Hitch. Tongue and hitch mechanic. $12,000. Good God.
Hrothgar will just kind of walk over and essentially just kind of straight up manhandle it, picking it up the hitch enough and like lining it up before putting it down on the ball.
Sorry, oh, fucking. He was watching you. No, I need to finish my sentences.
Take your time.
He's watching you real hard. Just like making sure you're not gonna drop it, that you're not gonna break nothing. And once it's finally attached, he steps over and he's really looking it over, and he eventually looks at you, still got the sour look on his face, and he's just, whatever. I guess you did a good job. Better than that daughter did. And then he
Your
hops up in the
daughter
little-
seems like she's trying her best.
Hey, that's what my wife keeps saying.
That's right, Rothgar. Defend her honor.
He hops up in his little thing, grabs the reins to the horses, and off he goes into the hayfield, toward the back of the house, without even giving you a second look.
I feel like considering Hrothgar's home, he's probably met, plenty of old stubborn mules like him before. So he'll just kind of nod and wave him off and go back to the others.
So, one of you has been tasked with taking Bessie to the alfalfa field and making sure she's nice and comfy, happy as could be. The other one is tasked with feeding the horses and cleaning out the pig pen with the barmaid.
I think Ari can handle Bessie.
Fucking nigger, let's take Bessie.
Yeah, three and G will take the other task.
Yeah? Which type?
Doubt.
Is he?
Mario did horses.
Doubt.
Yeah.
All right.
True.
So you're with the barmaid and the pig pens.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's already thrown the feed out into the trough. The pigs are all happy as could be and eaten to their heart's content. She looks at you and all of your 3-foot-high bodiness, having watched you condor dive into a glass jar of jam the previous night, and is scratching her head trying to figure out what you can and cannot do.
So they have to be fed, right?
They've already been fed.
Okay.
They are currently eating.
Okay.
However, you do have to clean out the pen. So she grabs a pitchfork and is looking at you, looking at the mess of for lack of a better word, shit. Looking at all the shit and the mangled up hay and the mud. Looks at her little pitchfork, looks back at you, and she's just very concerned. Just I think this thing might be a little too big for you.
Is the town used to like abnormalities?
Not really.
No. Okay. So if they saw something weird, would they try to kill it?
Maybe.
How weird are we going?
How weird we talking?
Like undead.
Yeah, they definitely would try to kill it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's out of the question. Okay.
She starts using her little pitchfork to shovel the mess in the pen.
Mhm.
And it's kind of just like tossing it outside of the pen itself, rather than like putting it in a designated area.
Mhm.
But she eventually looks like she has an idea, and she looks at you, looks real excited, and she's like, "You can water them. I got a hose. I got a hose. We got the pan. Surely you can carry a hose." right?
Sloosh.
Sure. Whatever you say, buddy. What did you say your name was?
So he's gonna hold up his 2 stubby hands and then his 1 foot, and then he's gonna morph his body into the letter G.
The instant that you start, like, morphing your body into something that is not the circular blob that you have been, she looks real freaked out.
She is handling it exceedingly well.
My mama always said that I should respect people that I see, but I don't know if you're a people.
You know what? She's trying, and we love her for that.
Okay. So they have to be cleaned, right?
Well, she's just tasking you. She's just tasking you with giving them water.
Okay.
She once you're normal, your little blobby self, she very hesitantly gestures at a hose over a few feet away next to a hand pumped well. Not well. Faucet, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I think they are just called water pumps.
Yeah, probably. Anyway. She
Pick it.
gestures you to that. There's a butter. Oh my god, shut up. There's a bucket, not a butter.
Did someone say butter?
Ari comes sprinting over. Ari is rapidly
Butter?
approaching your location.
Rapidly. Just little goat legs sprinting.
Left the gate open and everything. There's a bucket. If you can't get enough water, there's a bucket to fill. All you's got to do is just put the water in their water pan over by their trough, pointing at the elongated feed bowl, basically. That's all you gotta do. Just put water in it. Okay?
He's gonna give a thumbs up, but there's no thumbs, so it's just his hands lifting in the air.
He's just pointing at her.
With a confident sloosh.
Juge.
Sloosh.
Oh, okay. I guess. And then she goes back to shoveling, to cleaning out the pig pen. How big is 3G?
He is considered a small creature, so
Diminutive.
very, very small. So I would say whoever the smallest character is in our group besides him, probably like at knee height.
He's an itty bitty little feller.
He's small.
So this water pump, the handle to it is a good, like, 3 feet taller than you.
Okay. He is he in the same vicinity as the other person, or are they kind of like in a different room or something?
Well, all of this is outside, but the barmaid is a good little bit away. there is a hose that's coiled up by the base of the water pump,
Mhm.
and there is in fact a bucket next to it, kind of sitting under the faucet.
Okay. Can 3G use one of his summons to reach the pump?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can. What
Okay.
is he summoning?
He's going to summon an imp, and to not freak out anybody, he is going to make it invisible.
Okay.
Genius.
And so it's just going to look like the pump is just pumping itself.
Okay. Roll a stealth check, but not to see if anybody sees the imp, or generally what you're doing, but more so to see you standing there, not doing anything while the pump is pumping itself.
Can the imp help me, give me the help action for that?
Yeah. Yes.
Actually, is that how the help action works, or is that just for attack rolls?
That's how it works. It can be used for ability checks as well.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Okay. Stealth. Okay. Yeah, so that's going to be a 16.
A 16?
Yeah.
Nobody sees this pump pumping itself.
Fantastic.
Well, y'all keep rolling high. I'm about to start fucking lowering these.
No, don't do that. That was like my first roll of the game.
I meant raising. That is not the first roll of the game.
That's like my second roll of the game.
Let me see here.
I think I only rolled
Here
once.
she goes.
You have 1, 2,
Oh, do I?
3.
Oh shit, you're right. You're right. You're right. I have three rolls. You're right.
You have 3 rolls, technically 4 with this help.
Okay, well, it's like 1.5, but.
And
anyway.
not a single one, I want to point out, is under 15.
I mean, I'm gonna just say I don't think we've really had as many
level
high
ones is
rolls as you're
crazy.
thinking. Considering we also had nat ones in here. We had a
I'm just
7.
looking at rolls.
Are you saying you want us to fail?
That's what every DM secretly roots for.
Because
Whether they'll admit it or not.
I don't not want you to fail, but I don't want you to fail also.
I mean,
Don't worry, Manui. Hrothgar will roll a nat 1 soon enough and hilarity will ensue.
if you want me to purposely fail my roll, I can do that for you.
No, it's fine, anyway, nobody sees you pumping this stupid water pump. God damn it.
Good. Okay.
Back to the point at hand. Not even your teammates.
Nope.
Actually, no,
Now- I'm gonna kill you. So now you have a hose that is splooshing water. It's just plain water. There's nothing weird about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you roll an athletics check to see if you can run all the way back to the pig pen without like getting the water all over the place.
So I
the
might be
bucket's
cooked.
probably
Can I
the
give-
size
can
of
I-
him.
Can I give myself the help action for this?
No, because your imp is pumping the
Well,
water pump.
Okay. No, fair enough. Oh wait, that's a 16.
Now see, what the fuck did I just say?
We're gonna give me an aneurysm.
With a -1.
I want you to know, Igor, I'm staring right at you.
No, why?
I am staring directly at you.
Just right into his soul.
Blame D&D Beyond. Don't blame me.
No.
Nope.
Anyway.
Blame Igor.
You are holding this hose above your head. You are running as fast as your little tiny body will allow, and you throw the hose over the fence into the pan that the water goes in. And you look very satisfied with yourself.
He's just a reliable guy.
Looking exactly like that.
Fucking Kirby run.
Miss Barmaid, looking very, very satisfied with the pig pen. Hooks the hose on a wire so that it doesn't move. And then guides you over to the end of the pen, or the opening / exit of the pen, and gestures at the barn and all of the displaced hay bales, and just kind of, well, we gotta clean all that up. Can't just leave it sitting around or it's gonna get wet and then be ruined. Can you even pick up a hay bale?
He's just gonna look at her and then look back to the hay bale.
She looks at me.
Well,
I look at him.
and I look at him.
He looks at me.
Okay. Can I have my invisible imp walk right behind me, like right behind me, so it looks like 3G is carrying it on his own?
To do that, you would have to stop pumping the water.
Oh, I'm still pumping the water. Ooh, never mind. We got it. We'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen? Okay.
Okay.
Somehow burned the village down with water.
I love how she's not questioning that he's walking away from the water pumping pump.
No, he rolled a stealth check. It's fine. This is how things go in real life.
We're
you know?
actually at level. This is a level 20 party. He's actually using simulacrum. That's all.
Oh my god.
Okay.
And see, what's really funny is I guarantee you, if Reed was doing all this shit, he would not be getting away with any of this.
No.
You would have
he
failed
not.
first roll.
He is terrible at stealth. He is terrible.
Anyway, you walk into the barn with her. And she is not even breaking a sweat, like legitimately throwing these hay bales back onto the pile that it's supposed to be. Are you going to even try to pick one of these hay bales up?
Yes.
Because I don't know if you know this, but hay bales are very heavy.
Very.
Okay. Yeah, fuck it, let's go for it.
Because you are so small, like barely looking over the top edge of this hay bale.
Yep.
It's going to be a disadvantage.
For what?
It's going to be a strength check.
Hey guys, it might be cooked. I'll see you around.
Watch him roll 2 nat 20s.
I would kill him.
The lowest is a 15.
You fucking killed Mimmy. You can hear Mimmy just fucking throwing their little notebook or journal or whatever to the ground, punching the air.
Minmi is crying and throwing up right now.
Just mad as fucking hell.
My God. Okay. Ooh.
what is 3G doing to pick up this fucking hay bale?
Okay. He is going to push his face up against it. He's going to pull his body back, like he's doing, like kind of like he's doing limbo, like underneath the stick, and he's gonna be kind of like waddling like that over to where he has to place it down.
I'm trying to form this in my
His
head.
body is flat. His body is flat, by the way. It's like a pancake.
What?
His body is flat.
Anyway,
He invented the wheel.
don't even. Anyway, this barmaid sees this hay bale moving by itself because she can't see you at this point. And she just kind of seems to accept it because she's seen you be so weird so far. And you push it over to the pile, and you can't quite get it up onto the bale that it's supposed to be on, but she grabs the wires and picks it up off of you. And I also want to imagine, like, as she's picking it up, like you're just like springboarding like between the hay bale and the floor.
Yeah. Like completely back into his normal size.
And she picks it up and tosses it onto the pile, and just kind of looks at you with their hands on her fist, and she's like, "Well, color me impressed. I didn't figure you'd be able to do it."
He's gonna do a little backflip.
Of course he is. Of course he is. Why wouldn't he?
Oh.
You should make him roll in acrobatics for that and watch him fail that one.
You know what? Yeah, fucking roll in acrobatics.
Yeah, I failed the acrobatics.
You're gonna roll a 15, but it's gonna be fine.
No, I failed it. I rolled a nat 1.
I gotta see this.
You try to do a backflip. You do a little jump. You think you're going backwards, and then you just like face plant into the ground, and like kind of like slowly flop over, like on your stomach. Or no, I guess it'd be your back, but whatever. I don't know. Anyway.
Luge.
She gives you a little pat and wants to help you up, but doesn't know quite where to grab you. And then she looks over at Minari, taking care of the horses. Looks over at Bessie and her little alfalfa field. And gives a great big old nod to herself, and she's like, "Well, I guess it's breakfast." Y'all follow her, not into the bar, but into the house. And it's a very quaint little farmhouse. It's got, very, very homey. It's a very little homey house. You walk in, there's a little old lady knitting by the fireplace. She's got a little blanket over her lap. It looks very old, much like the grumpy old man outside. And the barmaid walks over to the old lady, gives her a little kiss on the top of the head, kind of fixes her pillow, and then walks into what can be easily assumed to be the kitchen. Gestures to a fairly small table. It's got 4 seats, but very clearly only 3 of them have regularly been used. And she looks at you all, and leans up against the counter with the little sink and some cups. She's like, "Well, I can get y'all some drinks, and then we can all kind of figure out what to make y'all for breakfast. We got tea. We we got juice, orange juice, apple juice. We used to have some pear juice, but Peepaw already drank all that. We got water. What y'all want?
I like juice.
Tea sounds lovely, thank you.
So would like some tea.
She looks at you, 3G, knowing that she will not know what you're saying. And to help you out a little bit, she pours like a kid-sized drink cup full of like water, juice, or tea, and then just like puts them in front of you to pick from.
He's going to take 2 of the cups. He's going to pour them into one to mix them all together, and then he's going to drink it like that.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that. You know what? Okay. I'm gonna make y'all some biscuits and gravy, and then y'all can get on your way, okay?
Yeah, that would be good.
Oh.
She starts hand making biscuits.
Ooh.
And as she's doing this,
Nice.
she looks at y'all, you all, and kind of like looks at Minari, very obviously like being like the quote unquote leader of you guys. Looks at 3G, looks at Ari, just like kind of takes your group in. She's like, so y'all ain't from around here, I'm guessing.
No,
No.
if that wasn't obvious enough.
Well, you ain't gotta be snippy about it. How? Do y'all even like know each other, or are you just like? Did you
We
just
just
have any walk in the
kind
same
of-
road?
We just kind of popped up in a field together.
Yeah. It was kind of
Actually,
scary.
She stops. And she really looks at you guys, and she's like, you just showed up in a field, like
Yeah.
outside of town.
Yeah.
You haven't heard the stories, have you? You haven't heard the stories?
No, I have. I just ain't never met nobody who
Who actually went through it.
yeah.
Well, we're the lucky ones, apparently.
Yeah. We think it's because we were bad. I stole a cookie.
Oh my god.
I'm
I
not
don't-
sure what I did, but I'm pretty sure it had to be bad.
She looks at you, Hrothgar, looking all fucking sad and shit about your cookie, and she's like, "Now, sweetheart, I don't quite think stealing a cookie, is gonna, is grounds for punishment.
I don't know. There's some really good cookies.
I mean, sure, I'll take your word for it, but I just mean like, I don't think this is, an equal punishment."
Hrothgar would just kind of shrug and be like, well, it's the only bad thing I could think if I did.
Well, I mean, did you like kill somebody, or maybe you like decimated an entire forest, or oh gosh, I don't know.
I don't kill people. I mean, I haven't killed anybody, and I don't plan to kill anybody. I've killed animals. a couple times a year when I'm
She
allowed to hunt.
she really raises an eyebrow at that, and she's like, "You got a hunting license?"
I don't, my parents do, but I'm a better hunter than they are, so I'm allowed to go out under their license. Um,
I
I
ain't seen a
don't.
license around here. Oh,
I haven't decimated a forest, but I've cut down a couple trees for lumber. I always replant though.
well, maybe there was a squirrel's nest or something inside of it. I don't know.
Oh no!
Not the school.
Hrothgar, gasp!
She starts slapping her biscuits down on a tray and tossing them. Not literally tossing them, but sliding them into her little heated pit, and she dusts her hands off on her apron and just kind of leans on the counter, looking at you guys, and well, I'm guessing y'all are going to the city then, because you know all the rumors and stuff.
Rumors.
Thinks we are. But what rumors?
You know, like the how all the people that disappear are supposed to be going to the big old city, and then, well, I don't know what else, but you know.
I don't know.
That was the thought, yeah. No, I don't know.
What are we supposed to know?
Well, now don't go crying again.
I'm not gonna cry.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I just some people say that those people that go missing end up dead in the city.
Dead?
Yeah, like they. Well, I mean, they're not like killed. They're just like they just end up dead. No one really knows how. They got sometimes they got sometimes they got like mutations, and other times they got like they ain't got no eyes no more. And
No eyes?
sometimes oh, Ari just like horrified.
These are horrors beyond his comprehension.
And some of them, you know, they ain't found inside the city. They're found in the ruins, or turned to stone or something. I ain't never been there myself, so I don't actually know. But
I think we all seem pretty normal so far.
What the heck? Why does that happen? That's
What?
not fair.
Well, I don't know. I ain't saying that's gonna happen to y'all. I'm just saying, like, you know, be careful if you're going to the city. I don't. Y'all some good folk. I don't want to see y'all, you know, getting hurt and whatever else.
Fidelity.
I cannot hear you, Piggy.
Yeah, you were cutting out.
He might. I said, thank you for the food and the hospitality.
You know, I ain't never been to the city before. Me and my people always go. They always say it's crazy and dangerous, and I should never go. But I'm inclined to believe them. But you know, curiosity always gets the best of me.
Are you gonna come with us?
Oh gosh. You know, I'd really like to, but I mean, I got all this stuff here. I got the bar, and I got Bessie, and then the pigs, and me and my people. I couldn't leave. I got too much stuff to do. But gosh, I want to.
If you came back here after some time, like if You might be able to make some gold in the city, though. I'm sure it's more common there.
Oh, but it's so far away. It's at
Yeah.
least a week's trip.
Mm. Well, you wouldn't be gone forever.
Hrothgar suddenly looking to the others like, wait, we have a whole week of travel?
Well, it's your choice. You're welcome to join us.
Are you sure? I mean, I don't want to intrude.
I don't really
You're
think
not
that's
intruding.
intruding.
Well, shucks, if y'all insist.
Girl was
Hrothgar
just
will
like
smile.
waiting for an opportunity. She wants to go to the city and get herself a rich baby daddy.
She really does.
Crazy.
Her dream. She doesn't even hesitate. Y'all are still eating. You all are still eating, and she just like is packing up her little rucksack. She's got bread, she's got cheese, she's got a whole block of butter that she crams into this thing, and she packs up a couple extra biscuits that y'all didn't eat. Leaves the gravy. And she runs off somewhere, and y'all are just sitting there in silence, wondering if this is really a good idea. When she comes back with a whole last like pack, like she has been planning running away for a while, and she leans down in front of her Meemaw, who is still knitting away, and pats her knee, gives her a little kiss on the cheek, and she's like, Meemaw, I love you so much. You raised me from a little girl, but I need to go find me a husband. I'll be back in a month, okay? When I come back, I'm gonna be married.
Okay.
And
And
then she gives her Meemaw a kiss on the forehead, and skips over to y'all, just like, all right, I'm ready to go.
My only question before you join us is, what's your name? We never learned.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh
kind of
my god.
important.
I never introduced myself. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. My name is Betsy.
So you're Betsy,
I'm Betsy.
and you got a cow named Bessie.
Well, see, Bessie was born before I was.
I guess they really like bee names.
Well, I'm Minari.
I'm Hrothgar.
I'm Ari.
Well, it's shush. Well, it's mighty fine to meet y'all, and I'm so excited. I never been to see. Ooh. Bar's gonna be closed for a while, but that's okay. They'll live.
Yeah, and that rude guy like Ricky Bobby doesn't deserve a bar like yours.
You know
He
what?
really
You're right.
doesn't.
Bro.
Ricky Bobby can just eat rocks for all I care.
Yeah, Ricky Bobby should eat rocks.
Fuck Ricky Bobby. All my homies hate Ricky Bobby.
Oh my god.
Fuck Wilbur Bongle.
I got that reference.
I'm so happy for you. She's standing there. She's watching y'all. You're all just like having a chill time, and then she starts kind of like bouncing a little bit.
She's just
casually, like,
fucking
eyes
raring
there.
to go.
And she eventually starts tapping her foot, and she seems a little too polite to say anything until she clutches the straps to her pack, and she's just like, well, we best be getting on the road. It's gonna be dark before we even get out of town at this rate. And then you're just gonna have to stay at the barn again.
Okay. And at that, Ari just shoves 2 biscuits in his mouth, and he's just all like, squirrel.
Shit. That was funny.
Hrothgar will use his halberd to stand up.
Y'all, you leave the house. Betsy runs to the edge of the house where you can hear the combine running, and she yells at the top of her fucking lungs, "People, I'm leaving! I love you!"
Not even going to say goodbye. She's just like, bye! and,
Yeah,
and
real as hell.
she waves real wide, and you think you hear over the noise of the hay baler and everything. You think you'll hear "I love you too, kiddo" from the field, but you're not really sure. And y'all start on your way out of town, and she stops at the very edge. And she's like, "Oh my god, I forgot something. I gotta go back." And she fucking takes off running before any of y'all can really like register what has happened. She dumps her pack like with y'all and then just takes off running. And it's a whole like probably 5 minutes before she comes back. And she's got a little paper, not paper, burlap sack that you can hear some like glass tinkling inside as she moves. And she puts it down, and she reaches in the bag and picks up a small jar of jam, and she's like, "I can't go anywhere without my Meemaw's jam. All right, now, best stuff you're ever gonna have." And then she puts it back in the bag, crams it into her pack, and then puts it back on. And she's like, "Well, I got what I needed. I'm ready to go."
All right. Well, let's get going, guys.
My fucking mic, man.
Let's head out.
Yeah, because by the time we get going, I'd like to get somewhere before it gets too late.
And with that, because for Lev it is midnight.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm an old man.
We'll end
I
it.
need my sleep.
I know you do. We'll end it there.